Hello, happy Friday. I had not planned to do a live video today, but since I'm going to do some buffalo wings, I thought I would show you what I'm going to do. I bought some chicken wings this week, and all they had were the whole wings. So I'm going to show you real quick, if you get the whole wing, what you have to do. I will tell you, boneless wings are a lot easier and a lot quicker. So if you're looking for a quick buffalo wing solution, I would suggest to get you some chicken tenders and cut them in half and do boneless wings. Those are quick and easy. All you got to do is season them with buffalo sauce. The buffalo seasoning, you season them really good, and then it gives you the instructions on how to make the sauce for them. But I'm doing the actual wing. Like I said, I got the wings at the store. And I'm gonna show you real quick what to do if all they have, because here lately I've had trouble finding chicken wings at the grocery store. I don't know why. There's been, I don't know, too many football games, I guess. Everybody's buying up all the wings. So I'm gonna show you real quick, in case you've never separated the wings, what that looks like. So I've already done mine, but I'm gonna move this camera down here and I'm gonna show you the wing and what it looks like. And I keep getting messages. Okay, so this is your chicken wing. If you get the whole wing, that's what it looks like. So you've got this little end here, which looks like, what I do is turn them over and I look for the joint. So this right here is your little, like your little drumstick portion of the wing. And then you've got what most people think of as the chicken wing, this meatier part here, which is another part. And I cook both the little drumstick and this part of the wing. Now this is the tip. You're going to cut the tip off. You can cook the tip. There's not any meat much there. It's mostly just fat and joint or bone. So I usually just toss that in the garbage can, because I try to get rid of as much fat as possible. So chicken wings do have quite a bit of the thicker fat. So what I do, first of all, I separate them. You're going to cut it. I try to find a joint, and then I will cut down through. This little triangle part is going to disappear completely. Now you can cook that, but that's just fat. So there's no meat in that section. So that little triangle section disappears. So I just go ahead, I cut that out completely. You're going to want some kitchen shears. You can use a knife for it if you've got a really good sharp knife. But I just cut that section out totally. And then I find the joint. It's easier to see on the back side. And then I tend to break it and then cut it with the scissors right in there. And it should cut through there pretty easily once you find that joint. And then I do the same on this end and cut that tip off. And then I'm going to wash my hands real quick and I'll show you what I've got left, because I've already prepared the rest of them, because it takes a little while to do that. So like I said, boneless is easier, just use some chicken tenders. But if you want to do the whole wing, that's how you cut your wing. Throw that part away, cut it in the joint, and get rid of any extra fat. I try to make mine as the least amount of fat that I can. So like I said, that little triangle section I throw away, and I cut off. A lot of this thickness is just too much skin. So I cut that down so that I can actually see the chicken. I do leave a little bit of skin, so you'll have those little crispy parts on there. But I get rid of a lot of that thick skin. I just cut it off with the shears. So I'm going to wash my hands real quick and I'll show you the ones that I've already prepared. Alright, now I'll turn it around here. Hopefully you can see. I'll hold these up. This is the Epicure sheet pan, and the cool thing about this sheet pan is it has this silicone insert. So you just lay that in there, and when we're done, it'll be like super easy cleanup. So I can just toss that in the sink. It'll wipe right out. Now I did go ahead and prepare the pan with just a little bit of olive oil, and I wiped it down just so that it doesn't stick. One thing you don't want to do, if you have any of our silicone products, you don't want to spray it with Pam or those cooking sprays. There's some kind of chemical in there and it ruins the silicone. So you definitely don't want to spray it, you just want to rub it on, or you can do, I've got one of these that I bought on Amazon that I add my oil to, and you can spray on with that. You just don't want to use this kind where you spray on. So don't spray that on your silicone. Alright, so this is my chicken wings separated. These are the little drumstick ends, and then that's just the regular chicken wing ends. And I've used 2 different seasonings. I've got the buffalo seasoning, and you liberally cover each chicken wing in that. Or if you're using chicken tenders, cover the chicken tenders. And then these, I'm using, that lemon pepper smells really good. I did lemon pepper seasoning on these others, which is this one here. So I'm going to stick these in the oven, and then while they cook, they're going to cook in a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Now, if you're cooking, if you want boneless wings and you're not going to fool with the, you know, taking your chicken wings and cutting those apart, you can do chicken tenders in the oven a lot faster, so you just need to watch those and make sure they're done. You probably can get away with, or you could even do those if you have an air fryer. Chicken tenders in an air fryer are awesome. They'll cook them a lot faster, and they get really, they're really tender from the air fryer. But I'm going to do the oven for these because that's just what I'm used to. So I'm going to stick these in there and set my timer for, I'm going to set it for 25 minutes, and I'll check it and see how they're doing, because those aren't super big or anything, so it might be done in 25 minutes. Okay, so while that is making, I'm going to make some ranch dressing so that we can dip our wings in ranch dressing, and then I'm going to make the buffalo sauce that goes on the buffalo wings. So real quick, here's our ranch dressing. I don't know if you can see that. There you go, the ranch dressing seasoning. Ranch is so easy to make. I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. I'll try and move that back so you can see it. I'll hold it up as I'm doing it. Before I take that lid off, I'm going to double check my amounts that I need. I'm going to make a dip. Now, you can make a dressing or a dip out of this. I'm going to do dip just because we're going to dip the wings in it. But to thin it out and make dressing, all you do is add some milk, and that will make it thinner. Okay, so the nice thing, obviously, no MSG, no junk in there. This is literally all just real food, real spices, onion, actual onion, buttermilk powder, garlic, black pepper, chives. That's it. It's a super simple but really good ranch dressing. And you don't have to worry about all the preservatives and chemicals in there. And this will make a ton of ranch. So you can just make exactly how much you need for that meal, or you can make it up ahead of time and leave it in the refrigerator just like you would regular ranch. Okay, I need 3 tablespoons of this mix along with a cup of mayo and a cup of sour cream. Now you can use yogurt if you want something a little more low fat, but I'm going to do sour cream and mayo. But I think I'm going to cut this down because I won't probably need all of that. So I'm going to do, just spray that all over the place. I probably should measure this. Maybe I'll do this. I'll use one of these. This is a cup prep bowl. So I'll just do a cup total. Now, and then I'm going to add some sour cream to that mayonnaise. I'll just use that to measure it. Move that out of the way. And that should be about enough. I'm terrible, y'all, to not measure anything, so. Alright. I'm going to take all of that. That's just sour cream and mayonnaise. I did use an olive oil mayonnaise to make it a little bit healthier. You can use an avocado mayo. You can use a paleo mayo if you're using a certain kind of diet. The only thing you wouldn't be able to do is if you're dairy free. This does have buttermilk in it, so you wouldn't be able to do it if you're dairy free. Alright, now all I need is, since I'm not doing the full recipe, I'm going to cut this down. Instead of doing 3 tablespoons, I'm just going to do 2. Actually, I may just need 1.5 with that amount. This is my little 4-in-1 spoon. I just stick it in my jar. It fits all of our jars, but it's not a have to have, but it does make it easier. All right, so now you can see all I've done is add mayonnaise, sour cream, and my spice mix. It's basically the same recipe as like the Hidden Valley Ranch packets. Same thing, except there's no junk in it. There's no preservatives, nothing like that, and you get several different, you'll have several times that you can use this because it's such a big jar. And literally we're just gonna mix it up, and that's it. That's the dip. And then if you want it to be dressing, you just add milk. That's it, so simple. And it tastes really good. You can also make it peppercorn ranch. If you like a peppercorn ranch, you just add some black pepper, some ground up black pepper, and that's it. And you've got, it's so hard, this light is so bright. You've got perfect ranch. All right, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna put that back in my little thing because these come with lids, and that way I can store it if we have any left. All right, so our ranch is made for our wings, and now I'm gonna make the buffalo sauce. When they come out of the oven, then I will toss them in this sauce that we're gonna make. Now I forgot to get a bowl, so I'm gonna put this aside. I'll stick that in the refrigerator here in just a second. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in the refrigerator right now and let that chill. I'm gonna grab a bowl to make my buffalo sauce in. All right, and the buffalo sauce, all of the recipes are right on the container, so you don't even have to look around for them. Super easy to find. All right, so buffalo sauce is a tablespoon of the seasoning. So again, let's see, I need to rinse out my spoon. All right, I'm going to put a tablespoon of the seasoning in there. I'll hold it up here in just a second so you can see it. And then we're going to add ketchup, vinegar, and brown sugar. I don't have any brown sugar right now, so I'm going to use honey. So I'm going to improvise. Like I said, if there's any ingredients that don't appeal to you, or you think, oh, that's not part of my diet, I can't put honey in there, then just avoid it. Use whatever you can use. You can sub whatever you want to. You don't have to use exactly the way that it's on here. But if you're somebody who wants to just do it exactly like the recipe, you can do it exactly like the recipe. But I have improvised on a lot of different ingredients, and they've all been fine. Okay, so I've got a tablespoon of seasoning. I need a tablespoon of ketchup. And then some vinegar. Alright, ketchup. Let's see how much vinegar. 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. Didn't have this, I have to get it opened up. I'm just using some white wine vinegar because that's what I had in the cabinet. 1/4 of a cup. Okay. Pour that in, and then, oh, the brown sugar. So, like I said, I do not have brown sugar. I was out of it, so I'm going to use honey. Nothing wrong with some honey wings, right? Make it sweeter. And like I said, I don't measure anything. It says, I think it's 2 tablespoons, but we'll just eyeball it. Now, I'm just going to mix that up. And that, it's hard to see. I probably should have put that in, let me put that in this container here so you can see it. Now, mix that a little bit more. And then when the wings come out though, I'll toss that in there. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more ketchup to make it just a tad bit thicker. Like I said, you can just play around with it. And then I'll mix that up, and when the wings come out, I'll toss it in that, and then I will take a picture of it so you can see the result. Now there's a garlic aioli that you can dip the lemon pepper wings in. I probably am not going to make that because we'll probably just dip everything in ranch because we like ranch. So, but you can also make a sauce out of the lemon pepper by adding some of the seasoning just to mayonnaise, and that's it. You could probably add it to yogurt or something else if you'd prefer a lower fat option. This, anytime you're using the wings, the boneless tenders are going to be a little bit lower fat option for the wings, but every once in a while you just got to go for it and do the actual wings with a little bit of skin on them. Like I said, I cut it down just to make it a little bit less fat, but they're good. I will show you a picture when I'm finished. These have about 15 minutes left. I'm just going to throw some fries in as my side item tonight. We're just going to have some French fries in the air fryer, so I won't bother with showing you that. But I hope you'll have a good Friday night.